All right, everyone, you know what time it is. It's time for the devlog of Trench to Trench Roblox World War One game, live as we develop daily with the drop. We are going in and reviewing our latest content with the semi-automatic and fully automatic machine guns from World War One. I went and cleared out the M1 Grand. We're not going to be seeing that anymore. I cleared out the 1950s cars and put some 1910s cars on fire. And what do we have today? We have the enemy wave generator pushing the waves to start from further back and running into their what used to be their spawn points, so that it looks like you're being advanced upon by enemies at all times as you move forward. We also put a checkpoint system. Here we are just going around checking the map. We're doing a lot of checking the wave system. I don't know what's going on here. Why I was probably just AFK or something. But let's see. We did a lot. I actually put in friendly NPCs. You're gonna see later. Friendly NPCs that move around with you. I'm thinking of having different difficulty levels where, you know, on the hardest difficulty, the enemy damage is the highest, and also the friendly NPCs, there's none of them. So here we are with Codex. I used up my daily rate limit for my ChatGPT Plus and Codex, and we are giving some verbal commands. This one's a long one. This is probably the friendly NPC command, given how long this is. Let's see what it was. I like the NPC web generator. Nope, this is much earlier. We want them triggered a couple waves back and have them run in. Okay, so we're going to test this out. Something kind of weird happened. I would say that the enemies, I really should review this as usual before I do it, but I'm like, no, I can freestyle this, dude. The enemies, I'm also just like super keto and working out like crazy, but yeah, this is also a long video encompassing two different sort of sets of ideas, the friendly NPCs and the NPC wave generator, but I wanted to cram it all in, so it's flying a little fast. The AI, that's what's probably making good crap videos, or like the lower video views, is that I'm putting too much of the AI in. Maybe I need to speed through that or just not record it, but it is good to see what I'm doing and what's going on. Now, it was really cool when you got the waves coming through, they would end up positioned in weird spots and it would be the same a lot. I don't know why that is, but you know, you would get to the second trench and on the exit to the snow depression in the middle of the trench, there would always be a guy waiting right there. There's a guy in the trench in the front when you jump in, sort of waiting. They seem to end up in the same spots, so it's pretty deterministic. Here we're trying out the key, we're getting the lantern. It would be cool to have like a dark area where you need the lantern to like help you explore, so that's something that would be nice to put in here. I'm looking for a period appropriate car for that time period. And we're looking at a few, maybe I dropped that down and left it in. It's a bit shiny, a German tank, but we need to get rid of those like 1960s cars. And then I put this old sort of Model T kind of thing, jalopy, and the fire is a bit big for that. So it doesn't look as good as those cars. Maybe I could dial down the fire or whatever, but here we're spitting another hot take here. We're gonna do the friendly NPC Codex, make a bunch of friendly NPCs. I want them to also have a few of them that don't come with you, that are just like you can go up and talk to them and they'll give you the instructions for the game. That I ended up, you know, they also have to pull the like I have a folder of different uniforms. So when I told ChatGPT to make the one group of NPCs that you're fighting against, I told it, you know, use the German uniforms, and then we'll use the French uniforms for these friendlies. And here we go. They got stuck, so I had to tell them, hey, they should stay a little bit behind and they should shoot the enemies. They don't seem to be shooting the enemies. They were also getting stuck, which I think is coming up later. But they follow you around. This, you see, the action's like too fast forwarded. the NPC stuff should really be. This is like, oh man, you could get sick watching this maybe, but you're just ripping through the action. And then this stuff is, then you see the AI, but then my video is going to be like 30 minutes, right? Already this video is probably 12. We got 6 plus 5.5. Yeah, this is a 12-minute video and I'm ripping through this. But we're able to see what we typed into the AI at least a little too. We want some friendly NPCs, we want to dress them up, we want to use the ACS system guns. And so, I was watching someone's channel and they were pushing stuff onto Patreon, and I was thinking, man, maybe I need to get onto Patreon and get a user base there that I don't know what kind of extra content I can do, or maybe like earlier content or some kind of tutorial thing, since I am an older developer. If someone needs help with something, which they don't, they can just watch this video and kind of like, maybe that'll help some people out, or motivate some people, or just be entertaining. That's the whole idea. But here we're going way too fast with this video. But I mean, it's kind of stuff we've seen already a lot. But yeah, that's not good. I probably should have made this like a 25-minute yapathon. But we have the guys. Eventually, I made them follow you better. Damn, you can't see anything with this. So this is experimental. This is like an experiment in like how fast you can run a video. I guess if you really want to see a certain section, you can set YouTube to ultra slow-mo. But what we do see here is the AI kind of chugging along. And I'm back in the AI assistant because I ran out of credits on Roblox. And then later I got my Roblox credit back, so I start using that up again. And what were we doing? We need the friendly NPCs. And this should have been shrunk way down. This was a big boo-boo. Rubber ducking off of you guys helps me advance my concepts for the video and whatever. I'm totally like exercise brained right now because I finally got my like squat stands and bench set up in the living room and my Roman chair. And I was doing some sit-ups on the putting my knees over the preacher curl thing on the bench press, and having very little weights on the bench press and just kind of going for some whatever. Here we have to hit continue because Roblox, it was just yapping for too long. It was searching through too much stuff that you have to manually let it continue because it's just no bueno. And then, I had to tell it again, the friendly NPCs. I actually had to revert my code because it got into a state where, like, they were doing some stupid idle animation that was okay. It wasn't great, but then I couldn't get them to put the guns back in their hands. Or I was thinking, like, they could be without guns in their hands, and they could, just be doing a salute or some kind of like looking around idle. But, just letting it sort of dealer's choice kind of figure out. I said, hey, can you do like an idle or whatever kind of salute pose or something? I just ended up in a state where the AI wasn't progressing any further. So I dialed it back, resaved everything. One thing, I don't know if it's because of resaving stuff, opening from a file and resaving it, but I cannot test the game anymore locally. It has to be published. Thank God it at least works when it's published. But this is really cool gameplay where whatever. I mean, it was super cool before I added all the friendly bots. I just wanted to have one friendly bot sort of like run up and be like, hey, let's do this, and then run in, maybe shoot one enemy, and then get hit by the enemies or whatever. That's, just to sort of like lead you into the gameplay and kind of feel like you're on a team. That was what I told the AI, and that's what I started with. And I ended up with a squad that follows you around and just laser beams. See all these red beams? Now it's starting to glitch out because I think we hit the end of the waves. I need to make the level like a lot longer. I need like more creativity in the level. This is kind of a very succinct one-shot level. I guess it would be a good beginner level where there really isn't a lot of terrain to cover, but it is very good gameplay. And then there's some like building stuff at the end that I'm not sure where to go with it right now. And I have that patrol truck. I kind of do want to have patrols of enemies that you try and avoid. So that's kind of why there's a big spot there along with the truck. So like, I don't know, maybe if you sound an alarm or something, they all come like running at you. So it gets really difficult. I don't know. But I also have to fix the grenades. They kind of throw funny. Sometimes you just throw them at yourself. I don't know why. So I have to get the grenade throw to be working perfectly. So it's really, you can really accurately throw it. Right now the grenade throw is terrible. And the smoke throw, the enemies, sometimes they throw smokes. Not now with the waves, but when they were static before the second wave was just throwing way too many smoke grenades. So here I'm just testing to get these guys to get a gun back in the friendly NPCs with the dialogue. There's all the ranks that came from the uniform setups, from the French uniform folder. I said, use all the ranks and stuff. So when you look on top of the guys, it gave them all names like Lieutenant Doyley, Sergeant Clark, and all this stuff, which is really cool. And they do say stuff. I was thinking like that they would say it's like a verbal thing that you could hear, like, let's go guys. And it added like little dialogue boxes over all their heads. So each one says some like cool little line, whatever, if you want to like try and read what they're saying over top of their like rank and name. But yeah, really cool. I think it's going to be based on your difficulty. So if you want to play without the NPCs with you, that would be the hardest difficulty, and then the number of NPCs that you have with you. I told them don't get stuck on the trench and climb up halfway and shoot, and now they climb all over the place. They're like total monkeys. It's fantastic. Anyway, stay tuned.